Is your sales team having a tough time closing leads that have been aggressively marketed? For instance, a door-to-door canvassing lead or a sweepstakes lead? So let me guess, they're getting to the end and they're telling us that they only signed up because the kid at the door was just so nice. They only signed up because the girl at the strawberry festival was just so convincing. Or they make a statement like, we only wanted to win, and that's why you're here, is because we wanted to win your big sweepstakes. Sound familiar? It's interesting because there are a lot of sales teams that hear those same things and still walk away with a sale. So what is it that we can do to help us get past that hump? Here's what we have to remember. Those excuses that they use at the end to not buy are nothing but exactly what we just said. They're excuses. The truth is that if they didn't need anything, you wouldn't even be there. But you all know I'm a fan of practical application steps. So what can you actually say? Well, the tip for today comes from my friend Phil Wiley. Phil Wiley is a sales trainer that works on staff here at THTC Consulting with me. He's brilliant. He has a close for everything. Just ask him. He'll tell you. It's really, really impressive. But something I learned from him, and I've always done sort of the same type of close when I've been in the house myself, but the way that he puts it is just really hard for the customer to argue with. And so we actually use something that is the same premise of how we set the sweepstakes lead, which is we want to remove money from the equation. If money is in the equation, the customer gives us pushback based on desire not to buy. Now, we all know they love to buy, they just hate to be sold. But the customer is going to give us pushback because they don't want to come off their pocketbook at that time. And so what we have to do is remind them that, while those reasons that they're giving us to not buy, like, the kid at the door was so nice and that's the only reason that we even had you out, or we just wanted to enter and win our big sweepstakes, those are just reasons, and we have to be able to move forward. So one of the things that Phil recommends, and I really love this way to go, is say, okay, well, Mr. Jones, let me ask you a question. If you won this for free, and whether it's a sweepstakes lead or not, you can still use this same closing technique. If you were to win it for free, would you feel 100% comfortable with our company installing this roof on your home completely free of charge? And the customer, of course, is going to say, well, yeah, if it was free. And then we come back and we say, well, why is it that you would let us install this for free? And the customer is going to say very simply, and in 99% of cases, well, because we need a roof. Oh, okay, so they need a roof. So could it be that while one of the reasons that you had us come over was our person at the door was just so nice, and trust me, we put a lot of time and effort into training them, so that's music to my ears. But could it be that the other reason, and the secondary reason that you had us over, is because truly you do need a roof, either now or sometime in the future? Could that be? Well, yeah, I guess so. Okay, so the reason you had us over isn't the kid at the door. The reason you had us over isn't because you wanted to win. The core of the issue is you need a roof. And so we have to bring them back to that reality, or they'll continue to beat us down over and over again with these reasons that sound plausible. But the truth of the matter is, and if you've done an inspection and they have issues in the roof, you can even throw in and boy, aren't we glad he stopped by, because if he hadn't, you wouldn't have known about all of the damage going on in the roof that you weren't even aware of. Boy, aren't you glad you entered our big sweepstakes? It must have been fate, because otherwise you wouldn't have found out you had that small leak in the attic and that mold starting to grow. Boy, I'm glad we stopped by when we did. So I say all of that to say this: do not buy those excuses, and make sure we bring the homeowner back around to the idea gently that they need a roof or they never would have had us out in the first place. All of those other things are just little factors along the way. The truth of the matter is they need our product, and we are a reputable company and we provide a great value. So, make sure your sales team is equipped, because that's going to come up on leads that are aggressively marketed. Have a great day.